All right, Stephen Hyde, this is your second Gnar Weasels win?
Second Gnar Weasels win. Third year, second win. Yeah. Kerry doesn't show up anymore. He's like MIA, wherever he is, in Canada. Yeah, draft dodger.
So how'd it go down? So it seemed like you opened up a big gap at the beginning, maybe a couple minutes, and then towards the end it started to come down. You had Nick and Sam and who else was back there?
Nick, Sam, and Galen.
Galen, yes.
Galen came with me first, and that was kind of our big split. There was Galen and I, and he's young. Like Sam's young, even Nick's young. Like those are all, I think, basically under 23 riders. Nick may not be anymore, but so you know, I was like, okay, I'll back off a little bit and like let Galen come back up to me and, you know, like try to ride with him some and see what he's got. But yeah, it was early. We were going pretty hard, so he blew up pretty good. So yeah, I just kind of found myself out there and riding the course. I mean, this is such a fun course that like it's hard not to just like let yourself get carried away, like just riding it, just shredding it. Because that's, I mean, I've never ridden any of the other trails at Ascutney except for the race course, and like I love the race course. It's so much fun. So it's just,
what's it like out there?
Yeah, so it's got some climbing. It's got a lot of pedaling, but it's just a really flowy. Some of the climbs are a little chunky, but like not really. Very flowy, really turny, kind of like straight shot routes. Very New England, but good. A lot of elevation. The single track elevation or the double track elevation is kind of a lot. It always kind of takes you by surprise when you get on that stuff. So I think it's a really good course. And then once you get into these like flowy fields and stuff, you know, it's like the home stretch, and you just like you're flowing around. It's a really fun course. It's probably my favorite of the year.
What are you riding for a bike now? What are you on?
So I'm in the Scalpel. Yeah, with the new Lefty Ocho, which is dialed. It's awesome.
Dropper post.
Yeah, not this bike. No, I have one of the Scalpels has a dropper post on it, and then one of them has the straight post on it. Yeah, this course is like it's not it's really flowy. It's really fun, but it's not demanding enough for the dropper post. Yeah, not many of the cross country courses really are, but some of them are just a little more fun with it. Yeah.
But so you have been doing some races. You did win was the whiskey, the crit? Was that
the Grand Junction crit?
Oh, the Grand Junction. Okay.
Yeah, after
the Grand
after
Junction
whiskey.
off-road.
Yeah.
How's the other racing been doing? How'd you do?
Other racing's been great. I mean, before that, I went out to I started my season in Utah for the Pro XCT out there, and that was a lot of fun. Then we went to Grand Junction, did that. I stayed out in Boulder for a little while with Gary Wolf, and yeah, we went to Grand Junction. That was a lot of fun. I had a bit of a mechanical on the second day. Took me out of the contention on that, but it was still like, those races are really cool. The whole events are really cool. Like the courses are amazing. Like the whole backcountry style of racing. Really my first time riding out in the desert like that, so that was really neat too. Yeah, and then we came back, did some Canada Cup races, which didn't really go as well as I wanted them to. I bought a house and moved, so it's been a lot. You know, that's kind of, I'm not good at like I got a dog, I got a birdie. I'm not really good at not going like full gas on things, so I kind of moved everything and just it sunk me. So that was tough. So yeah, so then this heat wave and everything, I'm just kind of coming back around. So I have 2 more races left. I'll do
2 more mountain bike races.
Yeah, yep. So
the last 2 Bubbas or other stuff?
No, so I'll do well, next weekend is the Jam Fun Grand Fundo. So I'll be out there for that, which is great because I missed it last year because of Nationals. And then Nationals for mountain bikes is the following weekend in Snowshoe. And then the Eastern Grind, the Jewel Bow Eastern Grind. So I'll be up for that.
And ramp up for cross?
Yeah, and then we take a little break. I got into Florida, hang out, go to a wedding for some friends and see my family and Haley's family. So it's going to be good. Yeah.
Good job, too.
Get ready.
Thanks,
dude.
All right, Nick Lando, 2nd place today?
Yep.
All right, it was not far off Hyde, like maybe 30 seconds in the end?
People were telling me 20. The results said 50, but regardless, it's the closest I've been to him in 2 years, so I'll take it.
Was there a point, I mean, I know there were some climbs where there were a lot of switchbacks, but was there a point where you could see him? Like a little rabbit out there?
I got stuck in a group on the first lap, but as soon as I got out of that group, I could see him the whole time. Like I could just look up to the next switchback and see him, and I'm like, oh, I gotta push, but then not realizing it's a long way to go before I got to that point.
Could you see him looking back at you? Or was he just ignoring you?
He had his head down, pedaling viciously.
All right, so have you come up for this before? Come up to this venue?
Last time I've done Gnar Weasels was when it was at Diamond Hill. It's just...
All right, how does this differ from that one?
It's less A-line, B-line options, but more like perpetually technical terrain. It's a lot like what the Canada Cup races are like.
Yeah, so what is it like out there? What's going on at that course?
It's a combination of old school and new school, like UCI racing, where you do have a long climb, but you also have some punchy stuff. And then the descents, you have to be on it because there's no huge feature, but they are high speed, and if you're not paying attention, you could wrap yourself around a tree.
Any bar hooks that you tap bars on any trees today?
I definitely hit a couple.
What width bars do you run?
700?
Just 700, huh?
I think so.
Right.
Whatever came stock on the bike.
That's a little safer than running some of the wider stuff people are running these days.
Yeah.
All right, so are you going to do the remaining 2 Bubba trophies?
Definitely going to be up at Eastern Grind. We'll have to see about Boston. I'm not sure what my plans are for the rest of the season. I would like to go up for Boston. That's always a fun event.
All right, great job today, man.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan, Avery, you're up here at Gnar Weasels, Shredeth, in Scutney, Vermont, or Brownsville, wherever we are.
Yeah.
You're racing with the big kids and the other kids. How'd it go out there?
Pretty good. I got 5th, so I'm happy with that. It was a pretty challenging course. It wasn't that it was technical, it's just the elevation of it made it tough. Especially the first 2 or 3 miles of it, I think were really tough.
Basically straight uphill.
Yes.
Is there some technical climbing as well?
A little bit towards the middle, I think. Yeah.
All right, so how'd your race actually play out?
I really just kept my spot throughout the race. I stayed on a few of the other group's wheels, and then I ended up passing them. So it was good.
So you're racing mixed in with the sport riders, right?
I did do the sport.
Oh, you did do the sport race. Do you have an
sport.
age category or?
Under 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you watching other kids in that group, or were you just kind of mixed in with everybody?
I was just kind of mixed in. Yeah.
All right, so 5th overall in the under 19, and you're 13.
Yes.
So that's pretty good. All right, so were there some new faces out there you were racing against, some new kids?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you do when you're up against someone where you don't know? I mean, if you're up against Nesca kids, you know what they can do, you know how strong they are, what their strengths are. What do you do when you have like a new competitor that you haven't faced?
Just kind of try to figure out how they ride. Like if they're strong on the hills, like try to pass them on a downhill, or find what they're not good at and try to pass them there. Yeah.
All right, man, good stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so Sam, 4th place in the pro men at Gnar Weasels. Was that an expected result, or do you think that was awesome? Extra awesome?
I didn't really have any expectations coming in today. It's my first year doing this race and my second mountain bike race of the season, like actual one. I've been doing a lot of weekly Wednesday nights at Catamount in Vermont, but my first one in this series too. So I didn't know how it was going to go, but I'm definitely happy with how it went.
You get some pretty heavy hitters up there at Catamount.
Oh yeah,
so
big time. Yeah. A lot of the Bike Express guys, and then Jake and Galen will all be there. So it's a good race every time. Yeah.
And how'd you find the course here?
I liked it. It was. I've never done something like this where you go at a ski resort where you go up and down and up and down. But the downhills gave you some good recovery, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How did it feel climbing over a mile at a stretch?
That's what it was?
I think it was at least that.
It wasn't. It was definitely hard, but like I said, you got some rest in the downhills, which was good, and a mental break from climbing because it was pretty fun going down. Yeah.
Right. Any more mountain bike races this season before Cross?
Nationals.
Right.
Yeah. Next.
Well, what category
next weekend?
Are you in there?
17-18 junior men.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Good luck out there.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
All right, Bryna Blanchard, 2nd place, I believe.
3rd.
3rd place.
Yep.
Who got 2nd?
Kim Milton.
Kim Milton. Okay.
For
Were you
my
in 2nd at one point?
I had an awesome start somehow, so yeah, I was briefly for like part of the first lap.
All right. Where did she get you?
On the climb, like she not the grass climb, but then one of the single track climbs on the first lap. I was just waiting. I mean, she was on my wheel basically, and I was just waiting for her.
Huh?
Yeah, she's like tiny. She's like cut me in half, and that's Kim. So, yep, very good climber.
All right, how'd the rest of the race go? Did third place ever come up on you? Or sorry, fourth place?
Yeah, we went back and
at
forth.
this
That's okay. Yeah, no, we went back and forth a couple times actually on the first lap, so that was really fun. And I was expecting her to catch and pass me on the downhill because generally that's my thing. But
do you still consider that a weakness? Because I know you started working on like going to the park and stuff, and I know you're improving a lot. Like, you don't feel confident about descending still? Or?
No, I feel much better about it, and I actually made time on fourth place on the descent on the first lap, which I was amazed because that doesn't usually happen. So it's still, you know, it's always going to be something that I have to work on, but I've gotten a lot better. A lot, and then you know, some days you feel it, and some days you don't, and so I don't know. I felt good today.
Are you showing up to any more of the Bubba trophies?
No, I'm actually focusing more on the NUE, the marathon distance at this point. So this is really only my second XC race of the season. I'm doing this for training, and then Carabasset is next weekend, the NUE. 100K.
What are the climbing add up to today for you for 3 laps?
I don't know.
Tom, nice to see you.
I really wasn't paying attention, but the climbs, I was just in Virginia for a week of riding with Karen Potter, which was awesome. We had so much fun. And then I did a 50-mile race, one of the NUE races, 2 weekends ago in Virginia, and that's climbing. Like, this felt short compared to what those climbs are.
I don't think anyone else would feel that way today.
Well, they're definitely intense, and I kept having to remind myself to go hard because I'm so used to now the longer distance. So a couple of times I'm like, I need to go harder than this. But these climbs are not long compared to what I've been experiencing in the NUE races.
So remember that, everyone. So
yeah, I mean, they're not
1.2
easy,
miles.
but
It's
they're
not long. Just remember that.
These are not that
Quit your
long.
whine.
I mean, it's all relative. So.
All right, great job today. Thanks.
Bryna Blanchard.
Yeah, so
Crothers. All right, so second win in the Bubba Trophy Series.
Second Cat 1 win. This year, for whatever reason, I've been able to pull it together. Feeling pretty good. I've been able to hang on the fitness longer than past years, so I'm pretty psyched about that. But yeah, I'm like 1 point down from the leader's jersey. There's a chance that Adam might not make the Eastern grind, which will put me in the Eastern, or it'll put me in the leader's jersey, and then it'll be fun racing that at Rebellion because it'll just be him and I duking it out.
And what courses do you have an advantage on? Do you have an advantage on climbing your courses?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I won by like 3 minutes today. I was really surprised because I was like, my strategy was like, go hard, separate the field. Whoever is with me will kind of take it easy. And I just looked behind me and nobody was there, and just like the gap kept getting larger and larger. So yeah, and I had Noah in the back of my head, like, you punch up those hills, you punch around every corner. So
doesn't he just stand and climb?
Yeah,
he just
sprints.
He'd sprint up the entire ski hill.
Exactly. So I had him in there, you know, coaching me along. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the Eastern grind. It's similar course, if not the same course as last year, and we got a lot of big names coming up this year. And it's, you know, if the rain can hold off like it's been this year, then it's going to be
it's a little bit more technical course than this.
Yeah.
And you guys actually have what, 2 A lines, 2 A line, B lines,
2 A lines,
yep. Experts or Cat ones.
Yep. The drop is going to be a little bit easier this year, so don't get scared away.
I always thought the Rock A line, the Shimano thing, was harder.
that's definitely harder. It's definitely a little sketchier, especially if it's wet. So let's hope it's dry, because you can kind of skid down it, and then if that route is wet, that's a tough one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 2 races. It's been a really fun season to be at the front this year, so it's been yeah, I'm pumped. So.
All right, dude. Great job today.
Thanks, Tom.